I look at these pictures and I say that Angel Reese does not want to be an athlete. Angel Reese wants to be a model. Angel Reese wants to be somebody's trophy wife.
Angel Reese's latest move has sparked a buzz, but not the kind she might have hoped for. Jason Whitlock didn't mince words, openly criticizing her for repeatedly embarrassing herself. So what did Reese do this time that's causing such a stir?
She has no interest in playing basketball. And that is the primary difference between Caitlyn Clark and Angel.
From WNBA All-Star to social media controversy, Angel Reese's bold New Year's Eve outfit set the basketball world abuzz, leaving even her fans divided. Meanwhile, Caitlyn Clark continues to shatter records and win hearts. What's driving these contrasting paths? Is this a turning point for Reese's career? Let's dive in.
You've seen the picture of Angel Reese on New Year's Eve. She barely has any clothes on. It's an OnlyFans type picture.
Picture this. It's New Year's Eve, and Angel Reese is making waves, not with champagne, but with her daring outfit. She steps out in a mocha-colored animal print dress that's more about flaunting than covering up. With a plunging neckline reminiscent of the Grand Canyon and a sky-high slit greeting 2024, Angel's bold choice had everyone talking. Love it or hate it, she certainly knows how to grab attention.
There's Angel Reese with this picture, with her boobs out, with her stomach out, with her presenting herself the way that a lady on OnlyFans would be presenting herself if she were looking for new subscribers.
Angel Reese is no stranger to turning heads, but this time, even her loyal fans are hitting the brakes. The internet is buzzing, and not in a good way. It's like watching a slow-motion car crash. You want to look away, but you just can't. This isn't your typical fashion faux pas. It's Angel Reese cranking the attention-o-meter to 11. But here's where it gets interesting. Jason Whitlock, never one to hold back, comes out swinging. He doesn't mince words, claiming she's gone too far, way too far. Whitlock suggests Angel's more focused on striking poses than sinking baskets. Is he onto something? Or is this just another polarizing moment for one of basketball's brightest stars?
Remember, people got upset when Shaquille O'Neal went on the Unapologetically Angel podcast and basically said, hey, look, you need to put on some booty shorts and go out there and dunk the ball. That'll have everybody watch.
Let's be real. When your Instagram following is growing faster than your on-court stats, it raises questions about your priorities. Is Angel Reese striving for a spot in the WNBA Hall of Fame or eyeing the spotlight of the fashion world? Well, it seems the latter is gaining ground. She was just revealed as the latest cover girl for Vogue, solidifying her place in the world of high-profile glamour.
Shaq said this and people lost their minds. How dare Shaq go on that podcast and talk to this girl this disrespectfully? This is how Angel Reese wants to be discussed. And to some degree, tiny degree, I get it. She plays a sport that is really masculine, really leans into the whole LGBTQ thing, and Angel Reese is trying to lean the other direction. But she's gone too far, clearly. She's gone way too far.
Here's the thing. This isn't Angel Reese's first time in hot water. She stirred up controversy before with her bold social media posts, but this one feels different. It's as if she's crossed a line, and even her die-hard fans are starting to have doubts. Jason Whitlock isn't just criticizing her fashion choices. He's questioning her dedication to the game. This has basketball fans wondering, is Angel Reese shifting her focus from the court to Instagram fame? On one hand, she's got undeniable talent. On the other, her social media presence is powerful enough to launch her as a full-time influencer. But at what cost?
She's not presenting herself in a healthy fashion, and I think at some point, people are going to start asking themselves, does Angel Reese really want to play basketball? It's a different form of the question that Charleston White is talking about. I look at these pictures and I say that Angel Reese does not want to be an athlete.
let's talk about the moment Angel Reese's fans finally had enough. It's like watching your favorite player miss a wide-open layup. You just can't believe it. Angel's always had a loyal fan base, but New Year's Eve marked a turning point. Angel posts her outfit, probably expecting the usual flood of fire emojis and hard-eyed reactions. Instead, the comment section became a battlefield. Fans who once praised her were now singing a very different tune. So, what made this the breaking point?
Sort of supermodel, some sort of trophy wife for a rich basketball player. She's already been on the record that she wants to date an NBA player and they need to be at least 6'7" tall. That's her whole game. That's her whole agenda. She's not a serious basketball.
It turns out even the most loyal fans have their limits, and Angel Reese just crossed that line. Let's break it down. Angel's social media presence has been a roller coaster. Initially, it was all about basketball highlights and team spirit, but then came selfies, glamour shots, and sponsored posts. Now it feels more like a reality TV show, with basketball playing a secondary role.
She plays basketball because she's tall and she's somewhat athletic, not because she has a real love for the game. I'm sure at some point she did have a real love for the game.
Jason Whitlock, never one to hold back, bluntly states she's not doing herself any favors. Ouch. But here's the catch. It's not just Whitlock. Other sports commentators are joining in, and they're not pulling punches either.
But once the game started requiring a level of skill that she does not have, I believe she's falling out of love with the game of basketball. That's what this entire first season of the WNBA was about, was like Angel Reese figured out like, holy cow, I could get away with being tall and athletic in college and I could be a superstar basketball player in college. I got to the WNBA, and in order to be a real superstar, I have to have some level of skill, and I have.
Remember when Angel Reese spoke out about being sexualized in the media? It was a moment where she called attention to how her image was being exploited. But now her latest actions are raising questions about the message she's sending.
I don't really get to stand up for myself. I don't really get to speak out on things just because I just try to ignore, and I just try to stand strong. Like, I've been through so much, I've seen so much, I've been attacked so many times, I've been sexual.
Now she's facing accusations of hypocrisy. Fans are confused, wondering how she can protest one day and post provocative content the next. It's like she's rebounding her own missed shots.
Not all criticism.
Picture that sexualizes Angel Reese, who has complained about being sexualized. But once again, she's done it to herself. It's a selfie that she took.
Some fans remain in Angel's corner, arguing that she should be free to express herself. One supporter pushed back, saying Angel bothers people because she doesn't fit the stereotypical tomboy basketball player image. It's a fair point, but is it enough to stem the tide of growing disappointment?
Listen, I have defended Angel Reese for bringing a femininity to women's basketball. People were tired of women's basketball players being very, very manly, presenting themselves as tatted up men rather than as women. But Angel Reese has clearly gone too far.
As the backlash intensified, Angel made a statement by posting a message from a famous singer. "Your life is yours, not anybody else's." It's as if she's telling the world, I hear you, but I'm going to do me. Bold? Yes? Smart? That's up for debate. Then came the ultimate Hail Mary pass. Angel deactivated her Instagram. Just like that, poof, gone. Now everyone's talking. Is this a timeout to refocus on her game, or is the pressure finally getting to her?
Angel Reese knows ain't no fixing that jump shot. That heave from her hip is not going to be fixed. I don't care how many videos she puts out. Here I am working on my three-point shot, and they'll tie together her making 2, 3, 4 three-point shots in a row. But Angel Reese is not a skilled basketball player. She's never going to be a skilled basketball player. She's going to be a rebounder, and she'll continue to get exposed as a bad offensive player, and that drives her crazy.
Remember when Angel Reese was the queen of social media? Well, it looks like her reign might be over. In a move that's left fans puzzled, Angel has vanished from Instagram. Poof, gone. Millions of followers are now staring at a blank space where her account used to be. But here's the million-dollar question. Is this a publicity stunt, or is Angel finally pulling back from her social media obsession? Before jumping to conclusions, let's take a step back. Angel hasn't completely ghosted us. She's still active on TikTok and Twitter. So is this just digital juggling, or is there more going on?
She can't compete with Caitlyn Clark on the basketball court, and so she's going to destroy Caitlyn Clark in the looks department, in the, hey guys, look at me, I'm super feminine. And that's the lesson Caitlyn Clark needs to learn from all of this. Don't even play the game.
Here's where it gets interesting. Angel's not the first athlete to give social media the cold shoulder. Some sports stars have taken a break from the online world, and you know what? It's actually helped them level up their game. Imagine that. Less scrolling, more scoring. These athletes report being able to focus better on their sport without the constant buzz of notifications. But let's be real for a second. In today's world, an athlete's online presence is like a virtual jersey. It's where fans connect, brands scout for their next big endorsement, and players build their personal empires. Experts say a strong social media game can translate to big cash and career opportunities. So, is Angel shooting herself in the foot by benching her Instagram?
What I do know is someone in her inner circle needs to tell her no. It's one thing to pose for the swimsuit edition. It's one thing to model bikinis for whatever designer brand is popular right now. But it is completely different when you're exploiting yourself on social media for attention.
Jason Whitlock, never one to hold back, has his own take on Angel's disappearing act. He says, "She'll be back. She's too desperate for attention to be gone long." Ouch. But what if Whitlock's got it all wrong? Let's put on our optimist hats for a second. What if this digital detox is exactly what Angel needs? Maybe she's finally realized that her highlight reel should be more about successful layups than thirst traps. Could this be the turning point where Angel Reese transforms from social media maven to basketball machine? Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Or should I say the other 22-year-old in the room, Caitlyn Clark. While Angel's been playing hide-and-seek with her Instagram followers, Caitlyn has quietly been dominating on the court. No drama, no vanishing acts, just pure, unadulterated basketball brilliance. It's like watching two different movies, one a soap opera, the other a sports documentary.
Caitlyn Clark wants to be a great basketball player. I believe that's her number one priority in life, unfortunately. Angel Reese wants to be some woman that men desire, and that she's using basketball just to draw attention to herself, to build herself.
Picture this. Two 22-year-old basketball superstars, two totally different playbooks for handling fame. Caitlyn Clark's strategy has Jason Whitlock singing her praises, but there's more to this story than meets the eye. What's really fueling Caitlyn's rise to the top? Let's talk about Caitlyn Clark's Instagram for a second. Unlike Angel's feed, which has been a roller coaster of controversy, Caitlyn's is like stepping into a well-polished basketball hall of fame. It's all hoops, all the time, sinking threes, running drills, and celebrating with teammates. No glam shots, no party pics, just pure basketball brilliance. It's like she's got blinders on, focused on one thing and one thing only, dominating on the court.
I mean, it's not even something you're really ever aware of, breaking records or, it's just something that comes with playing the game the right way. I feel like I just come out here and try to, play basketball in a way that people love watching, in a way that is going to make my team successful, and the records and whatever, or the stats, that's just what.
Here's where it gets interesting. Some folks might look at Caitlyn's feed and think, boring. I mean, where's the drama? Where are the headline-grabbing stunts? But guess what? Her fans can't get enough. They're eating up every post, every highlight, every glimpse into her training routine. It's like they're starving for authenticity in a world of social media smoke and mirrors. And it's not just the fans. Jason Whitlock, who's never been shy about calling out athletes, is practically gushing over Caitlyn. He says, "She's treated like a professional basketball player because that's how she presents herself." Boom. That's the secret sauce right there. Caitlyn's not trying to be an influencer or a celebrity. She's laser-focused on being the best basketball player she can be.
I think I'm very real with myself too. Like, I know when I maybe haven't done my best in something, and I'm going to be the first person to look in the mirror and know what I need to get better at. And so I think those two things, that's what, helps me be the best is, I can be very honest and real with myself. And I think at times that's what, definitely the younger generation struggles with is they always want to point fingers, but, you always got to look at yourself first and see how you can improve. So, I think it's that. I just want to be better than everybody.
But don't think for a second that Caitlyn's all work and no play. She's found a way to balance her fierce dedication to basketball with being a role model for young female athletes. Her posts aren't just about her achievements. They're about inspiring the next generation of ballers. You'll see her interacting with young fans and promoting women's sports. It's like she's building a community, not just a fan base.
The reason that you play, it's not because of the wins and the points you score. It's the amount of joy that you can bring people and the young girls that will one day grow up to hopefully, be whatever they want to be and get to talk about those moments.
Now, let's talk about what's happening on the court because that's where Caitlyn really shines. While some players might be distracted by social media drama or off-court antics, Caitlyn's putting up numbers that make your head spin. She's breaking records left and right, and she's doing it with a level of consistency that's almost scary. It's like she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. But here's the million-dollar question. How does she do it? How does Caitlyn Clark balance the pressure of fame with the intense focus needed to dominate women's basketball? It's not magic, folks. It's good old-fashioned hard work combined with a laser-like focus on what really matters. Caitlyn's figured out that the best way to build her brand is to let her game do the talking. She's not chasing likes or followers. She's chasing greatness on the court, and everything else is falling into place.
I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day.
Clearly, Angel Reese and Caitlyn Clark are on very different paths. But here's where it gets interesting. Reese isn't throwing in the towel just yet. Picture this. Angel Reese gearing up for the inaugural, unrivaled 3-on-3 league starting January 17th. Is this her chance to silence the critics and get back to what really matters? But let's talk about the bigger picture here. What can young ballers learn from this contrast? It's simple. Focus on your game, not your gram. The court is where legends are made, not in the comments section. As we look ahead to the 2025 WNBA season, keep your eyes on the action, folks. The real drama is happening on the hardwood, not on your timeline. Are you ready for some real basketball? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.